trash value. That is because this is the bulk of my business. And I'm really mad because I'm trying to be very nice because I want to be professional. But every time we talk about this, it really makes my blood boil. Because the bulk of my business is this. It means to say that most people have this. Okay. So for those who are new, when you get any kind of trash value, they're called the permanent policies, right? So they are going to cost at least 3 to even 15 times more than a term policy. So know that, okay? It's not moving. What am I doing? Sorry. So from the very beginning, these clients are overpaying their premium. And what I've noticed for every single client that I've talked to is that the first thing that the agent tells them when they sit with them is number one, when you buy term, you're just paying for it. And then if you don't die within that term, guess what? You lose all that money. What they fail to tell all their clients is they are paying a fraction of the cost, a fraction. Okay. Myself, my husband and I were insured for over 1.1 million. We only pay $113.96. If I paid a trash value, I'd be paying $800 to $1,200, even $1,300 a month. Imagine the difference. This is why we go buy term and invest the difference. And thank God that's what I did. Thank God Samir came to my door, 17 years ago, maybe that's something like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what he said, but I was like, okay, sign me up, whatever. But I'm glad I did. Okay. So, anyways, there's 3 different types of permanent policies, namely whole life, index universal life, and variable universal life. So whole life, these are the most expensive ones. There's a little bit more of a cash value guarantee, but again, you're paying 8 to 15 times more with whole life. Index universal life, this is what, again, the majority of my business is, and I'm gonna go over it later, okay? And index universal life, again, depending on the age, you're gonna be paying anywhere between 3 to 8 times more, okay? The reason the numbers are different is because it depends on the age. As they get older, the discrepancy in prices are much higher. And variable universal life can be anywhere between 6 to 10 times more. But know that they're always more expensive than term. So why do people buy these? Number one, they're not really properly explained, okay? But the main reason is because there's already an existing trusting relationship between the client and then the agent. And it's usually what? Family, friends, coworkers, people they go to church with. How dare you? Or coworkers or somebody that referred them, right? That they knew that they had an existing trusting relationship with. This is why they fall into that trap. Because what do they think? Oh, that's my family. They're not gonna screw me or whatever. Now, I always say it's not necessarily intentional, right? But these people don't truly understand what they're selling. But you know what? Because the policies are so expensive, these agents are making bank. And this is, unfortunately, money changes people. I can't emphasize that enough. Like, you can see that I want to curse somebody out, but I just can't because I'm trying to be professional. Every single client that I have has this. I'd say 70% or higher has these trash values. And again, 100% of them was sold by somebody they already trusted. What do they say? It's a tax-free retirement and college plan, right? What? I said, you know why it's tax-free? Because you won't have any money. It's a lot less than what you paid. So by definition, premiums means it's the amount of money that the client pays into the policy, right? The cash value is the amount of money that they'll take. But again, there's a surrender value, which I'll go over. What do they say? Clients can borrow from the cash value, right? And when people say tax-free, that's like enticing because we pay so much taxes to begin with. We pay, they tax our income. Then you go out, you buy everything else, and you're still going to get taxed on it, depending on your state, right? And of course, college plan, they say, oh, it's tax-free. I've even seen what they put, Roth IUL. Roth 529 IUL. I'm not kidding. I have a poster of it. I wish I posted on here, but this is one of my, I don't know how to do my PowerPoints. My son does it for me. But I will send it on the chat, okay? So when people think that they can borrow from the cash value, if there is any accumulated value, then it's enticing to them. Not knowing that that difference that they would save if they just kept it in the bank, they keep the money. Unfortunately, when they borrow the cash value, unbeknownst to them, number one, it decreases the death benefit. Number two, they're going to be charged interest, even though it's their money. They're not going to get the benefit of that interest, right? From when they borrow. And unfortunately, it's not explained, right? Clients think they're actually insured for their whole life. This is the funny one. Especially with IULs, I'm telling you, every single one, it doesn't matter which company, it will always say there's only a 20-year no lapse guarantee. Every single one. I don't care which company, they're all the same. No lapse guarantee, 20 years. But again, nobody understands that. Because usually you'll see in the print, it says, let's say 250,000 to age 121. So of course they're thinking, I'm not gonna make it to 121. So no matter what, I'm gonna, that 250,000, either I'm gonna get it or my family's gonna get it. Okay. But again, the fine print above it says payable to age 121. Okay. And like I said, existing trusting relationships. Of course, what do they always say? The living benefits, right? They say you don't have to die to use the living benefit. Oh, that's my favorite one. But again, in the fine print, it always clearly states that the use of one benefit could either decrease or completely eliminate the other benefits in the policy. So if you're paying like 3 to 15 times more, but you're only going to benefit from one, what's the benefit of that? Okay. When we get term policies and we actually tell people to invest that money, if they die, the family gets the insurance policy, but they also get whatever's in their investment separately. The family gets both. How many times have I seen in a cash value, especially option 1 or option A, if they have any accumulated value, the company keeps the cash value anyways. How stupid is that? But people sell these trash. Oh, I want to say something else. What else? They buy it because why? They are being discouraged to invest in the market. Why? Because they themselves don't even understand investments. But it's the lack of education, and this is the beauty about this company. They will teach you. Everything that I know, I learned through this company. I don't know anything. I was a nurse for almost 26 years. I knew something, but I didn't know what I know now. Okay, so this company does everything the right way 100% of the time. And that's what I heard from convention over and over and over again. Again, I went over the costs, right? Like, what are the disadvantages of the cash value life policies? Premiums are expensive. There's a lot of fees, surrender charges that last anywhere between 10 to 20 years. And these fees here, they're not properly explained. There's tons of fees, lots of fees. The surrender charges, by definition, a surrender charge is in the event the client wants to surrender the policy, the company will keep that surrender charge. So if there's any accumulated value and the clients find out, oh, this sucks anyways, I'm going to discontinue it, they are going to keep that surrender value, minus it from the accumulated value, and whatever is left, that's all they get. And usually in the first 6 years, nothing or barely. I just had a client, which I'll show later, okay, that, this was the last one that I had, but she had like $9,600 she had already paid in. She has zero cash value. The cost of insurance increases yearly, okay? It doubles, it doubles every 8 to 10 years. And I'm going to go over that in a real example. Now, cash value may be insufficient to keep the policy in force. So what happens is the policy will lapse anyways. So not only will they not have any money, the policy is going to go away. All right, this is a real example, okay? So if you can see here, this client was in his 20s, 27, as you can see, and you see how it says death benefit option A? I don't know if you can. Sorry. Okay, go up to the very top. There you go. See option A. The death benefit is $400,000. This guy here pays $200 a month. You know how much a $500,000 policy for somebody who's 27 who's pretty healthy will cost with our company? maybe even less. Like if they're very healthy, it's like $52 a month. Okay, and it's a 35-year term. Don't forget that. Okay, now it actually says that the policy loans and withdrawals will reduce the cash surrender value of this policy and may result in termination of the policy prior to the death of the insured. And it's in bold. They're like, here, you know what? Make sure that you read that, but do the agents actually go over it? They never do. But again, remember, they said you're insured forever. This client thought that no matter what, he was going to get a $400,000. Okay? All right. Oops. Okay. So those are things that you have to be mindful of. Okay. Let's see what else. Oh, okay. So you'll always see here that, you know, they go over the living benefits, right? It doesn't matter if you die too, if you live too long, you know, if you have critical illness, you know, chronic illness and so forth and so on. It'll be stated there, you know, they try to show that. But remember when I talked about the fees? This is how, blow it up for me, please, Thomas. So these are the fees, and this is one type of policies. You can go right here. You see how it says percent of premium expense charge is 6%. So you multiply 200 by 6%, that fee alone is $12 a month, okay? Not a year, it's a month. Then it says the monthly policy fee is $6. So 12 plus 6, that's 18. But here's the kicker. It says monthly expense charge per 1,000. He's insured for $400,000. They're charging him 13 cents. So if somebody multiplies that for me, because I don't have a phone. So 0.13 times 400,
$52.
$52. So 52 plus 12 plus 6 is how much? Sorry.
70.
How much?
70.
Okay. Every month from the $200, the insurance company is taking $70 just of fees alone every month. Here's the irony. You can get a $500,000 policy for 35 years for less than that. How stupid is that? And you're going to tell me you don't want me to review your policy? Get out of here. You see here the surrender charges? So remember when I said surrender charge, what does that mean? Let's say he had any accumulated value. In this case, he was, I believe, in year going on to 3. You see how much surrender charge they're going to charge him in year 3. If let's say he has anything over $5,708, that's the amount that he gets to keep. Unfortunately, he had a lot less than that, so he had no surrender value. So it goes all the way to 10 years. Okay. This is the cost of insurance rate and the interest. Now, if you can blow it up for me, Thomas, please. I'm so sorry, Thomas. Oh, Jen. Okay. You see how the interest rate, the guaranteed interest rate is 2.5%, not a month, a year. So essentially, some banks right now are giving more than 0.20%. Ali Bank is giving, I'm not here to, they're giving like 1.2%. But come on now, 0.20% a month? This does not even justify the fees that they're charging these people.
Right.
How sad is that? This is out there, man, more so than we want. And this is the cost of insurance table. It says per 1,000 per month. What does that mean? Okay, at every given age, you see these numbers here. It says rate. They didn't put a dollar sign in there for a reason. Why? To throw off the client, even throw their damn agents. Why? Because if you see this, it goes up every month, right? And it doubles every 8 to 10 years. So if he's 27, which he got the policy, you're going to multiply 400 by 8 cents. That's how much? Like $32, right? Now, when he's 38, now it's 10 cents. How much is that?
400.
10 cents. So essentially, you see that every 10 years it goes up, right? At least doubles, right? So let's just go to where he is. He starts at 27. Let's go when he's 67. $1.56 times 400. How much is that?
600.
600. That's the cost of insurance on top of the fees. So if he's only paying $200 and his cost of insurance is increasing every year and the fees don't change at some point, guess what? Your premium is not going to be enough to satisfy the fees and the cost of insurance. And this is why the policy lapses anyways. Every single one. Okay. So they show all of this, critical illness, right, blah, blah. But look, in both, the use of one benefit may reduce or eliminate other policy rider benefits. So if you use one, guess what? When you die, maybe your family might get some, they may not. Guess what? If you have cash value, they may get it, they may not. That's why they put it in bold. Benefits and values are not guaranteed. Again, in bold, nobody reads the fine print. I didn't either, okay, before, but I do now. Okay, in every IUL, there will be what they call a guaranteed rate or illustrated rate, and there will be what they call a current illustrated rate or non-guaranteed, or they call it guaranteed assumptions versus non-guaranteed assumptions. I don't know about y'all, but if somebody said, I guarantee you this, and they say, I can't guarantee you this, what are you going to believe? The guaranteed, right? So here they actually show, go up for me, Jen. You'll see how it says cash surrender value and net death benefit. I want y'all to pay attention to this. Why? You see how it says guaranteed illustrated rate? Okay, let's just say year 20, he's paid $52,000 into the policy. His cash surrender value is $31,000, right? Let's say he dies. Look at the death benefit. Does the $31,000 get added to the death benefit? Absolutely not. But if this money was in his bank, anywhere in his investments, the family will still get to keep that. You know what's even more sad is that even though he paid $52,000, look at his cash surrender value. It's $21,000 less. This is why it's called tax-free, guys. Will the IRS tax you that you lost money? No. Dummies. Okay. After paying for 30 years, now imagine 30 years times $200. Again, the cash value is still only look at how much it went up. $8,000 in 10 years. How stupid is that? Oh, and they actually say the policy, as shown using the guaranteed illustrated rate, will lapse in policy of 44 unless a higher premium is paid. So what does that mean? 27 plus 44, he's like in his 70s, right? Guess what? He lost all that money and his policy is gone. Now, if we did like investments, let's say he bought a $500,000, even a $500,000 policy, let's just say $60. That $140 invested in 44 years with compound interest, it's gonna be way more than zero. Bottom line, okay? But they never show them the guarantee. Matter of fact, I've had clients where the agent actually puts an asterisk on the non-guarantee. So it's deliberate. Don't tell me that they don't know what they're doing. At some point, these agents need accountability for the trash that they're selling. But we got to call them out. And you know what? The advantage of us finding these policies, we have more to correct, more business for us. But you know what? We're doing the right thing. So I don't care if somebody says, I think I'm good. No, you're not good if you have an IUI. I promise you that. Shut the hell up. Okay. You see here it says living benefits, right? You'll see here that, what does it say? Payment of accelerated benefits will reduce the cash value and death benefit otherwise payable under the policy. Receipt of accelerated benefits may be a taxable event, but if they have less, it's not going to be a taxable event, and 10 times out of 10, there's no taxable. I mean, it's not more. It may affect your eligibility for public assistance programs and may reduce or eliminate other policy and rider benefits. It's all there, but nobody reads it. Not even their own agents. How sad is that? But they sell it anyways. Why? The money's too good to ignore. Who cares? I'm making money. That's always. You know how many times I've been recruited by these fools? Too damn many. And you know what I tell them? I don't know how you guys sleep at night selling this garbage. You know what they say though? But you make more money. Y'all service all Okay, anyways, so this is an example of a client that had paid in, you see 1990? I got a call from the daughter saying, my mom said that somebody called her from this company and they said that for her to keep the policy in force, she has to pay $142. And they're cutting the death benefit from $91,000 to $50,000. But what did the agent tell her? No matter what, they're gonna get that $91,000, right? That's what they always say. If you don't die, you still get the death benefit. Shut the hell up. No, you don't. Scroll down for me, please, Jen. Now, I said, okay, send me the statement. And this was 30 years later. You know what that retirement they're talking about? Right there. $295.88 after 30 years.
Oh my God.
30 years. Is that a retirement plan? I don't know about y'all, but that won't even last a day. I can't. I'm sorry. This is very, I'm very passionate about because of this, right? So don't feel bad about what we're doing. We're actually making corrections. Never feel bad about it. Never apologize for what we're doing. At the end of the day, it's their money. It's not you who's going to be affected. It's going to be their family. This is another client. Actually, she wasn't a client. This was when I was first starting. I said, hey, can you do me a favor? I'm here, trying to learn about, these cash value. This is when I was first starting. I started in 2017. If you can flip, okay. So this person was paying since 1997. Now scroll down for me. You see how the statement says 2016? It's important because she sent me this in 2018. And look at her surrender value, $9,182. Okay. And I said, I promise you that this amount of money is going to be a lot less now because your dad is older. And I said, because the cost of insurance goes up, I'm almost positive this is a lot less now. I said, go find a more recent statement, 20, right? Sorry. As you can see here, oops, the one before, this one. So 2018, as you can see here, total policy value as of 2018,
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
20 years of pay. Okay. You know what's sad about this? They are $60,000 into the policy. He thought that he was going to get the death benefit.
Oh.
It was his best friend that sold it.
Oh my God.
Every single time. It never fails. Never fails. Okay. Another client, they have been paying, look at, as you can see, the premiums they're paying is $6,079 for $500,000. Okay. For this person, they would probably be paying like $100-something a month. Like in their 40s, whatever. Now you see how it says ending accumulated value is $12,000, but the surrender charge is $13,000. So the net surrender value is 0. Every single time, guys, and I've seen with different companies. Now, I'm not here to bash any company. I'm just here to bash the people that sell it because they do sell term too, but we carry the best ones. Whole life. Sold by a cousin. And I remember this guy, which is why I reached out to him, because he kept telling me to talk to his cousin, and I knew I had one with you already. I said, I'm good. I'm so glad I said I'm good. Okay. This guy has 5 children, mind you. Look at the death benefit, $58,000. I said, you know what? If you left me $58,000 with 5 kids, I'd kill you anyways. 5 children.
Oh my God.
50, that will pay for the funeral and a little bit of extra money. 5 kids. But you know what? It was $100 a month. This would have given him $1 million policy when he was in his 30s. Okay? But you know what? What did the cousin say? Oh, what's your budget? Budget $100. That's why it's exactly $100. They don't do no financial analysis. Screw that. I just want to see how much I'll make. That's what they said. Okay. So even paying for 7 years, because this was in 2019, you see the statement? Look at how much cash value, 4,400. That's your tax-free retirement right there. And you know what? The sad thing is, the wife was the breadwinner. She wasn't even insured. I got them a $130 policy for both of them to be insured for $300,000 each.
Mm.
So he pays $30 more. 8 years later, remember, as you age, the cost of insurance is higher, right? But I saved him. He only added $30 to the death benefit from $58,000 is now $600,000.
Yeah.
He owed $200,000 on his house, so I said, okay, if that's your budget, then this is what we'll do. At the very least, you can pay off your home. All right. All right, let's see what this one is. Policy death benefit, $250. Look at how much this person's paying, $191.
Wow.
But the thing is, these people sell them term too. They say, oh, you need the whole life for your retirement, and you need this for your insurance. The term. Shut the hell up, guys. If they actually borrow the money, they're gonna pay 5%, which goes back to the company. It's out there, guys. The net cash value, $383. That's awesome. I'm sorry, guys. Another one that sold, this was an old client. And this one actually, same thing, they sold them a whole life, but they also sold them a term life. And the term life was okay. But you know what? They got greedy. They sold them this policy for only $50,000 and they were paying $1,266 a year for $50,000, guys. Why? Because there's extra commission there. This is your retirement, and your term is your insurance. Can't stand these people. I'm gonna end because I think I took over my time. But there's the last one I want to show. I promise. The one that I sent you. Okay, so I had a client just recently that she didn't know she was sold a policy. It was a Transamerica policy. It was an IUL. And remember, these guys, they don't log in. They don't look at their policies. So we have to let them dig, man. Because I am always telling them it's worth your time. I promise you. It's always going to be worth their time if they have a cash value. So, so this client, like I said, I met her on one of those Facebook groups that I had, and I said, look, you have an IUL? I said, let me help you log in. So I helped her log in, and then here you go. As you can see, she had been paying since 2019. She's 28 years old, and she pays $269.
Jeez.
Okay, but unfortunately, after paying over $9,684 to date, and as you can see here, 2022 this is the statement, but the cash value is zero. This is as of 7/12. As you can see, this is just this past. Even though there was a cash value of 61, you always go by what the surrender says. $10,000 wasted. Unfortunately, she was fairly new to the country. And this is what we're getting. We're getting influx of people coming from different countries because why? There's a shortage of labor, especially healthcare workers, because everybody is leaving health, the health. I mean, I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people are leaving. That's why they gotta take these people from other countries, and these are the victims, the people that really, I mean, it really is anybody who doesn't know anything, right? Which is the majority of the people, right? People are ignorant. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what I was doing when I started. I'm just glad I was doing the right things from the beginning, but most people are not. And if they're being brainwashed by agents saying that this is a retirement plan, they are gonna believe it. Because you know why? They don't know anything. They come to a foreign country, they don't know anything. If people that have been living here forever can still buy this, let alone the people that are new. So keep reaching out. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. I don't care anymore. I really don't. Because at the end of the day, one of these days, these people are going to say, hey, thanks a lot, man, or woman, whatever. Right? I mean, really, and then this is why I'm passionate about it. Now, for this person, I could save her a lot of money and tell her invest into your, a Roth IRA or 401k, whatever that may be. But again, there's a reason why we say buy term and invest in difference, right? And a lot of these people don't even have a plan. And I remember one of the guys saying that, you know, an investment plan without a protective plan is not a good plan at all. Remember that. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Very good.